What's up guys, Matt here coming to you from Laidlaw's Harley-Davidson. So today we're going to take a real silky smooth look at all three of the colors of the 2026 model year CVO Road Glide ST. Now this is the third year in a row we've seen this bad boy come back, and I think the CVO Road Glide ST since the 24 model year when it was introduced has been probably the #1 most coveted Harley-Davidson that they're making nowadays. Now that doesn't include the RR. I think the RR is just a pipe dream for most people. There are only 131 made in the world, but besides that bike, I think the CVO Road Glide ST is kind of the bike that's been receiving a lot of attention. Not to say that the regular CVO Street Glide and Road Glide are bad bikes, they're great bikes, and based on your preferences they may be a better bike than this, but I think the CVO Road Glide ST and CVO Street Glide ST for the first time this year are the bikes that are getting a lot of attention because they're just, they're performance baggers. They're really on trend right now. They're new, they're something different. It's a new formula that Harley-Davidson's been bringing out to the roads, and so I think these bikes collect a lot of attention every year, whether you're looking to spend $45,000 on a motorcycle or not. I think people can appreciate what these bikes are and what Harley-Davidson's doing with releasing a factory performance bagger. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the first color we have here is called Electric Coast. They do, by the way, have 3 colors this year. So the Electric Coast is a blue color, really nice flake in there. You've got like this big enlarged oversized barn shield across different body panels. Once that barn shield gets to the tank, you've got kind of like this breakup of it that kind of becomes a race stripe. For those of you guys that are new to the Harley-Davidson world and maybe don't know much about this bike, I'll give you kind of a rundown on it. CVO is the custom vehicle operation. It's like a special line of Harley-Davidson motorcycles where Harley picks 3 or 4 or 5 this year motorcycles to apply like this ultra premium treatment and trim level to these bikes. Every year it changes up a little bit. However, I will say in the past almost 10 years now, Harley-Davidson has kind of stuck to the same bikes. They usually do a Road Glide and a Street Glide. A lot of times they'll do a limited. And this year we've got a CVO Street Glide 3 limited. So in the 26 model year, the trikes underwent a major overhaul in the chassis design, mostly that tail end, the tail suspension and everything. And so as an additional way to celebrate this new trike platform, Harley-Davidson applied their CVO treatment to it. I'm sure I'll be doing a video on that bike in the future. But let's get back on topic. What makes the CVO Road Glide ST so special? So Harley-Davidson kind of went all in on the racing aspects of this bike. So you've got fully adjustable front and rear suspension that includes your preload, your compression, your rebound damping. All those metrics can be set in the front and in the rear. You can see in the top of the fork tubes there, those 2 aluminum knobs at the top there where you adjust those suspension settings. And then your seating, you've only got a solo saddle in there because after all, who's going to be racing with a passenger on the back? Harley-Davidson added some carbon fiber throughout the bike. It's forged carbon fiber, so your front fender, the seat cowl, it's that little piece that goes behind the seat there, the center dash, the tips on the exhaust mufflers. By the way, the mufflers are titanium, which again further reduces weight a bit. You got a little bit different tune on this engine as well. It is still 121 cubic inches, but this is considered the high output 121 as opposed to the 121 VVT variable valve timing. So the high output basically favors more peaky horsepower. So you don't quite have as broad of a power band, but when you're revving this thing out, the RPMs are high, you're spitting out more power when compared to the 121 VVT, about 10% more power. Got 127 horsepower to be exact and 145 foot-pounds of torque on this 121 high output. But with everything, there's a little bit of a give and take. On the CVO Road Glide ST, you're giving up things like the fancy stereo with the saddlebag speakers. You do still have the stage 2 boom audio on here, which is nice, but you don't have those saddlebag speakers. You don't have the remote locking bags. You don't have the bag liners. You don't have the headset on here. You do not have heated grips on here. So you take away some of those everyday luxuries that you get on the regular CVO Street Glide this year. They didn't make a regular CVO Road Glide this year, FYI. So if you want a CVO Road Glide and you're not into the ST this year, you're kind of out of luck. You're looking for a 2025, my friend. So let's get back to the colors here. So they do have 3 colors just like last year. In the 24 model year, they only had 2 colors. I think they were kind of testing the waters of this bike, and the waters have definitely been warm, so Harley-Davidson has jumped in head first. So let's take a look at this second color here. This is called Inferno Gray. This is a color that has gotten a lot of attention so far. It's like this dark metallic gray, and as soon as the light hits it straight on, you've got this red flake that shows through the gray. It's a really cool effect. In the shadows, it just looks very, very dark and kind of plain, but as soon as the light hits this thing and as it hits the different panels at different angles, you're going to see the red flake pop up in some places and not other places, depending on the light and everything. So very cool color. You've got the typical highlights on the engine, like the lower rocker box covers, the pushrod tube collars, you got highlighted red, the CVO ST insignia on the lower left-hand side of the saddlebag. You got this really cool etched CVO ST in the wheels as well, which is rad. They've actually powder coated the whole wheel red and then powder coated over that red with black and then etched through the black so you can see the red underneath it. By doing it that way, you got a really high durability for these wheels. This year they did introduce a kind of a new style point. They went to a red tinted windshield on these bikes. Previous years it's just been black. So small little style update on these bikes. Of course, you've always got Fast Johnny riding with you on the left side panel there, keeping you safe out on the road and giving you a few extra horsepower as well in the engine. Fast Johnny, by the way, dates all the way back to the late teens, early 20s, when the Wrecking Crew, Harley-Davidson's flat track race team, one of the Wrecking Crew members would always grab his pet hog and do a victory lap with the hog riding with him on the bike, and they nicknamed him Fast Johnny. Now Fast Johnny is kind of the official mascot of Harley-Davidson's race team. So you're going to see him on the King of the Baggers race bike. There's actually an enthusiast bike 2 or 3 years ago as well, named Fast Johnny, named after that same mascot. Anyways, that's who that pig is. I get asked that question quite a bit. So your Inferno Gray and the Electric Coast are your paint colors that you're going to be able to get at $44,999, so about $45,000. And then when you move up to the Citrus Heat, which I'm going to be showing you guys next, there's a $4,500 premium you have to pay for that paint because it's a little bit more involved. There's more passes of paint, more intricate detail, and just more labor intensive to do that paint. I believe they subbed that out to Gunslinger, if I'm not mistaken. Along with those engine changes on the CVO Road Glide ST, Harley-Davidson has also messed with the gearing on this bike a little bit as well, just to favor more of a top end speed on this bike. Top speed, by the way, is 120 miles an hour, where it's electronically governed at that point. And it also has an advanced red line, or a higher red line, at 5,900 RPM, up from 5,500 RPM. So you can rev this bike out a little bit more. Of course, there is like a limit to how long you can run it at 5,900 RPM. I don't know why you'd be stupid enough to just bounce the needle off of the red limiter constantly, but I think it'll run at 5,900 RPM for like 20 seconds straight, and then it backs off so you don't blow the motor up. You got the same infotainment system on this bike that all the other fared Harley-Davidsons have, Street Glides, Road Glides. I think the only difference is the splash screen. When it comes up, it says CVO, just to remind you that you do have the best of the best. You do have the embedded navigation on this infotainment system. Some of the bikes come with it, some of them don't have it. Just your regular Street Glide, Road Glide don't have the embedded navigation. There's an upcharge to get that. So you have that navigation standard with these CVOs, of course. Alright guys, so I saved what's arguably the best for last. So this is the Citrus Heat Re-Entry, which if you go to the website, there is no word re-entry, it just says Citrus Heat. But a lot of the marketing, internal documentation of this bike says Citrus Heat Re-Entry. So I think the re-entry part of the name is kind of a secret name, not really available to the public. So allow me to be the one that lets the cat out of the bag and calls it the Citrus Heat Re-Entry. So this is a rad paint set, and when a lot of people saw this paint set initially, they were like, oh wow, it looks like the RR, and I'm like, not really. Like, maybe to the ignorant, untrained eye, it looks like the RR. Now it's amazing, don't get me wrong, but it's not the same. I mean, maybe because it fades from one color, and as it goes backwards to the tail end of the bike, it fades to black. I think that's the only similarity I see personally, but nonetheless, the paint is beautiful. So like I mentioned mentioned before, you pay a $4,500 upcharge, so you're just below $50,000 on this bike, which, as anybody knows, if you were to get a bike like this custom painted and have something executed at this high of a level of paint, you're going to pay $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 for something like this, depending on, you know, where you're located probably. But to get it paint set recognized by the motor company, supported by the motor company for $4,500, I think if you want something extra special, this is a good option for you. The fading technique, by the way, on this is super rad, how it just fades from like this reddish orange color and fades back to the black with kind of like some race stripes in there included. It just is super tasteful. A couple other things that are unique to the CVO Road Glide ST and the Street Glide ST. You got the flat out bar, which is like that engine guard that is the bar that just goes straight out. The CVO STs also have an additional ride mode called track mode in there. And I will say, guys, when you're on the freeway, really giving it the beans, rolling on the throttle at higher speeds, you definitely get more power in track mode. Now, there's a lot of other things that track mode does. Harley-Davidson claims it's tuned per Kyle Wyman's preferences out on the track. So, you know, throttle progressivity, the acceleration stuff. It also unlinks your linked braking. So if you go to track mode plus, you hold down the mode button and track mode goes into track mode plus, you can unlink the linked braking. And so that allows you to brake front and rear independently of one another. Track mode, from what I understand as well, just kind of dumbs down all the electronic aids as well, like traction control and like ABS and stuff like that. But it also does unlock another level of power above and beyond sport mode. I have a 24 model year CVO Road Glide ST. I typically ride around in sport mode, but if I'm out on the freeway and I want the max power, I'll always put it in track mode. But the modes that control a lot of things, you know, they also control like engine braking. Sometimes people say like, wow, the throttle's real touchy on this. I say, well, you know what, just throw it into road mode, or if you really don't want a touchy throttle at all, throw it into rain mode. I don't think you want to do that because then you really lose a lot of power in the motor if you're in rain mode. The heavy breather on this bike is real big, real aggressive. From what I understand, that was necessary to get the max amount of power out of these bikes. The intake is a key component in terms of getting this monster enough air to breathe properly. But guys, if you want to be weird like me, you can actually turn this race bike into a nice touring bike. I threw a big puffy 2-up seat and a tour pack on mine, and it really is a sport touring bike now. But that's about it, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the 2026 CVO Road Glide ST lineup. I really like the colors this year, by the way. Extra special colors. I think in recent years past, like the 23.5 and maybe the 24, there was some criticism about the colors. People said like, wow, those aren't real CVO colors, like the dark platinum, for example. People are like, okay, well, this is a CVO, what's up with the paint? No, these colors are extra special. They're definitely on a CVO level, which is what Harley-Davidson needs to do, and they have delivered. So I think all the colors this year are going to be super high in demand. I also want to give a major shout out and thank you to the members that have joined up on the channel here. They got early access to this video. I also want to thank my Stage 2 members, Mickey on 2s, HD Zach, Jack Panatich Highways, Reckless RT, and Daniel Torres, and Michael Kulo. Thank you for your support, guys. And as always, guys, if you're looking for a new or pre-owned Harley-Davidson in Southern California, make sure you check us out here at Laidlaw's Harley-Davidson. We'll see you guys on the next one. Later.